Fearless Pioneer.
Yo, what's going on guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise of the War video. Today guys, I've got a lot of battle reports and that's some of my best and favorite ones from my season so far. I'll give you a quick map overview and stuff of what's been going on and stuff like that, but I'm going to do more of a season breakdown video in the next video. So we'll quickly look at that and then I'm going to go and show you the battle reports, which I love the favorites feature, how you can save them and that now. It makes my life so much easier now, getting reports. So yeah, we'll go through, you'll see some good battles, you'll see me getting beaten as well. There's some really good people in this RP server. Like, it's really good to see some super strong RP players. Like, you're going to see like some players with like multiple, if not all 4 commanders in the zenith or double digit zeniths and stuff, and there's pure gold gears and that, so it's pretty crazy, but we do not too bad. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Rightio, so obviously we're zoomed out for particular reasons, but as you can see, there's been a lot of battle pins and activity on the map now. So we'll just talk about everything that's happening. So while I was away for the last like 4 or 5 days, I was on a cruise with my mum for her 60th birthday and that. So sorry, that's why I was being away and haven't uploaded a video for a little while. So there was a lot of battle between us and Gondor down in these areas here, down in Tor and Nan, for example. This is West Tor, yes. So a lot of battling happened down here between Gondor, because Gondor was pushing up and Rohan was pushing up. And Rohan is still here at this pass at the moment. And so we had both of them pushing this at the same time. Like, yeah, we took all of Angmar and stuff. Angmar have been coming back in that. They got themselves Emmen once again, and just picking up some tiles and that at the moment. Nothing too crazy. You can see that Owls, one of our other teammates, they're over fighting over here in the west at the moment. Particularly between Arnor and that look like they may be trying to head towards our capital. So if that's the case, they may want to be wiped off the entire face of the entire Middle Earth if that continues. We'll talk about the elephant in the room in a moment in the middle. But you can see, like, land-wise, like, there's like 3 or 4 of us that are doing quite well. Ruin, unfortunately, is now being pretty much overrun. There's been a lot of battle pins over here between Gondor and that. Gondor's been battling against the dwarves and that here, but the dwarves have actually been doing not too bad. Gondor are definitely stronger, but they are split up because they are pushing in to the ring area as well, which we'll talk about in a moment. And Gondor have also been battling up against the elves here as well. So the big one in the room here is there's a lot of battling. As you can see, we pushed in over from the west and took what's this place called again? The big tree. Bloody, I can't think at the moment. I don't want to zoom in and show the map again, but you know, the big tree. Gladys, whatever it's called. My mind has gone completely and absolutely blank at the moment. But yeah, obviously, like, yeah, Mirkwood, big tree, we all know. Actually, I'm going to zoom in because it's driving me mental, but I'm going to pause it. Karis, that's it. Karis Gladhorn. I couldn't think for the life of me. My mind went completely blank there. Holy moly. It happens. Yeah, but as you can see, the big battle pins here, like you can see a lot of Loth, we're fighting Rohan here. Another one, as you can see, we're versing Rohan. So Rohan took the Undeeps and have been pushing up towards the ring. So there's a lot of battling happening there. As you can see, that Gondor have pushed up because we had the elves, Lothlorien, come through their side of the pass. So this pass here where my pointer is, that's where Rohan came in. This is where Gondor came in. These guys were confused on who was going to take this. It ended up they choosing Rohan took it. And then because the elves took SAV, Gondor have tried to push up and take that. So there's been a lot of battling between Loth and us as well. So we've gone up and are fighting Gondor in this area as well, because we don't want them to take SAV, for example. And yeah, a lot of battling between Gondor here at the moment. So it's going to be a big ring tussle here soon between the 3 of us. It looks like the dwarves probably aren't going to make it over here because they're in tussles at the moment, still over there, protecting their lands. Angmar is definitely out of the fight. They can possibly farm and maybe take back their capital. We'll see what happens. Arnor's is scrounging around in the west at the moment, possibly poking at trying to take our capital, so that may be something we have to focus on later on. And then Ruin, unfortunately, is in ruins. So yeah, the big battles will be continuing here for the next few days between Rohan, Gondor, and Lindon, for example. Alright, let's get into the PvP stuff and that. In just 2 seconds, I'll just show you how my commanders are looking, and then we'll get into all the battle reports. Rightio, I'll show you how my commanders are looking. I'm basically been working on my main formation. You will notice in the battle reports later on, I did take out Bjorn and am now using Gimli because of all the gills. So his keen eye is really helping. So he's a little bit behind in the levels, but I'm slowly catching up. Made a tiny few gear adjustments. The biggest one being that it's not the ideal, but I do have full thick armor now because I'm using him as my tank. This is not too bad as well. It's giving him a bit of initiative in that as well. So I have pretty good speed on Gil at the moment as well. I'm not sure how that reflects in battle, but I got the full set and it's doing really well. You can see my second army hasn't been doing a whole lot, but now it's Bjorn and then Faramir, Gandalf the Grey, and Isildur. And then I've been leveling up a few others, the 40 and stuff. These guys are just basically my taskmasters and doing all of my mobs and such like that, and leveling up a few other commanders there. So that's basically what's happening with my commanders. But if we go into battle reports now, I love this how we can go into the favorite section now. You will see a lot of these breakdowns. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly because there's quite a lot, but just to give you an idea. So this was a while ago, so we versed Piglet here, quite very strong. He wasn't full health, so it would have been about even battle. He had a couple of levels on me, but you can see like we got Z3 here, like Gandalf, really good. Z6 Bjorn, very, very nice. We got Dane at Z6, and you can see all these golds. So I'm not going up against slouches here. I'm versing really, really good other formations and players and that. So yeah, you'll see a lot of these, the Piggy clan, like Piglet and a house of piglets and pigs and that in a moment. They got like this whole like sty of piggies in Rohan, which you will see in Pipe mostly. So you will see a lot of those in the battle reports in just a moment. Yeah, but you can see the breakdowns and that. I'm not going to go crazy into it, but you can see the damage in that I've done. But he was already damaged in that one. We versed Telor here, was pretty even. Still using, like, you'll see the same kind of unit formations. I do change it around a tiny bit. He is using his T4, which is very tanky on Gil here. A lot lower respects here, but as you can see, even though Z2 is pretty damn good, so his Gil's just quite low, but Gil with T4, super tanky. That's why he survived in that battle. This guy is very strong. I think I can possibly do a lot better than against him now that I've made a few other changes in that, and I've now got Gimli in that. So I did run into him before, but I was like at 5,000 HP and actually did quite well. So he's using really good commanders. You can see like Z4 here. We've got a really good Isildur here with really good command and attack. We got Gandalf the Grey, and we got Edain. So pretty solid battle there, nonetheless. Once again, still using Bjorn. This is when I started using my second command army, or formation, and we were doing quite well, as you can see. Not the highest of gear and respect levels, but all in all, not too bad versing a Gil and like Dane and such, like a full meta build kind of thing. Obviously was using some T4 in that here, but not a bad result there. And then we versed this guy as well with the full meta build once again. Not the highest of levels when it comes to respect. Like if we're versing Z's here, this formation will get absolutely trashed, but not too bad of a result there. Had a pretty good battle here. This guy was full meta again, but a bit lower, not really in the zenith kind of tiers and levels, and I was starting to gain some levels here, so did quite well. This guy was pretty tough as well, like full meta in that with the tier 4, which really helped him a lot. Got a little bit of levels on me, but it was a pretty solid battle nonetheless. But as you can see, his respect levels are definitely lower than mine, but those tier 4 really do help in that battle. Versus this guy called Shadai here with but we did really well here in this battle. a lot lower respect levels, so not a whole lot I can say. You can see I versed this guy once again, still using Bjorn though, hadn't made the change. And yeah, pretty good solid battle here. But yeah, I think I want to verse him. Now that I've got higher levels and stuff, and the levels are probably the same, and I've got Gimli and stuff and a few gear changes, I would like to verse this guy once again and see how things are looking. This one really confused me, like this Wigan guy. So he's only got one damage dealer here, so the Shires are working really good here on his Z1 Dane. He's using his Isildur here, which is quite buffed up with like pretty good command there. As you can see, 673, that's really good, really tanky. Like later on, if he throws swans on Isildur, he's going to be very strong. Then he's got a Z1 Gandalf the Grey. So he's using double Gandalf, double White Council as well. So quite big damage reductions there as well. Even though his focus levels aren't the highest, it does add up. So yeah, pretty surprising. He did have a few levels in that on me, and this is when I first brought Gimli into the battles. But yeah, very strong indeed. This Weedy guy was also quite strong as well. As you can see, got some pretty good Z commanders and gear here as well. So pretty tanky. This is when I started making the decision that I needed to bring in old mate Gimli, because they're using a lot of Gimlis as well, and all of these gills with like tier 4 swans and that, I needed a bit of keen eye, so that's why I brought him in. Had a pretty good battle here against this guy, not the absolute full meta and like lower kind of tiers and that, so did pretty well there. Another battle versus the Piglet here, which we've seen his commanders with a really high Z's for. As you can see, only using the tier 4s, but like really good Z levels that we've shown before. So not a bad battle, and he had like 46s and 45s here, so there is some improvement to be made there. We versus this guy's Soulmate, it's a bit of a lower tier again, not the absolute full meta, so did really well in that battle. So this is the House of the Piggy. So this battle was actually pretty good compared. So he's only using tier 2 units. I did talk to him about this as well. I think he would do a lot better. Like if he had tier 4 on here, I would get beaten real good. But as you can see, that Gil is absolutely nuts. Like evasive action for days. Like really good. His Dane Z14, which is nuts. Like I thought my Dane was good, but this is near max gold, like full. Like yeah, that's an amazing Dane. We got a Z8 full pure gold there. So as you can see, his commanders absolutely wipe the floor when it comes like super good. They beat mine like in gear levels and everything. My units did help a bit. Gimli is, as you can see, definitely helped a lot more there as well in this battle. But yeah, if he had tier 3s and tier 4 swans here, I'd be in very big trouble. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that result nonetheless. This guy Doc as well, another pretty tough opponent as well, using the tier 4 as well, using the full meta build. As you can see, pretty good respect levels, pretty tough, like pretty good result from him. I'm not been using our tier 4. Lindon's tier 4 now. If you're thinking about playing as Lindon, guys, kind of sucks now, especially like Gil being nerfed. Does work alright on some of the other commanders. I've seen people using them on like Elrond and like Eladan and who was the other one, and Thranduil a little bit, and been doing okay, but nothing too crazy. I've tried them on Faramir, did alright, got about 70,000-80,000 damage. But yeah, pretty solid battle there. The last one we're gonna see is this battle here. As you can see, a bit behind in the levels in that. The full meta, pretty good. Not like in the Z's and that, but pretty tough and pretty good. Like got all of the relics and everything. So a pretty solid battle there. So pretty good, guys. But yeah, that's all the battles. There's for every battle I've done here, there's been a few more that I haven't put in here. But this was some of the really good, solid, even battles, or somewhere I was losing in that. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap up the video there. And until next time, peace out, EJ's out. And I'll catch you guys later. See yous.
Thousands of the EJU